the murder of Jews on the 7th of October and on other occasions where Jews were attacked, were targeted, were brutally murdered. And those are the people that the BBC is funding, paying a whole lot of money to actually spread a pure terrorist
Politico is
organization
paying the
propaganda.
BBC eight
This
point
is
four
just
million a year.
outrageous, and I think that
Donald Trump
Brothers,
has got this
basic and
cancelled.
fundamental rule
You do
is that the
not know what
BBC
Donald
is to
Trump is
be
doing behind the
impartial.
scenes.
And
He
if the
is
BBC
a
is not impartial,
blathering
then
woke.
then they should be investigated in deeply. British people, the British public shouldn't.
BBC's a Hamas documentary.
For Hamas propaganda.
Okay, so let me just drill down into those two areas. First of all, would the Israeli government advocate an Ofcom investigation into how this documentary came to be made? First of all, Ofcom, Ms. Haskell, I'm sure you're aware, is the regulator of TV and
Especially when there was no cameras allowed on the Gaza area.
If they declare an investigation, I think this is the first step in a long row of actions that should have been taken previously. When we see for a year and a half that the BBC is reporting one-sidedly, is distorting information, also reporting false information that's blackening
People
the
are,
face of Israel.
and they say you've threatened letters with a pay a TV license.
Time after time, but where
Hey, well,
is
they're
the
not watching.
responsibility of the report from the start? And so I think that should only be the first step in a long investigation and accountability that they have, they had to take.
Okay, and also there is a campaign group called Defund the BBC, calling for the BBC to be stripped of its licence fee. What's your view on that?
100%.
They have covered the events
You
since
just
October the 7th.
completely removed the whole top
I try not to get
level.
into internal British issues, but if I would have been a British citizen and my money would have been paying for a terrorist organization propaganda, knowing the challenges not just that Israel's facing, but the radicalization all around the world, in Europe as well. We've just been
Stabbing two police officers last night in France, and a 69-year-old man stabbed. I think it was Portuguese.
Have an open conversation about it. And I think that
You're not allowed to have an open conversation. Keir Starmer's just saying that now in Scotland.
Money go to.
Ms. Haskell, we have been obviously very, very acutely aware of the return of the bodies of the Bibas family this week.
It was her
Mrs.
Bible.
Bibas and her two children, toddler aged 4,
It was
baby
her.
not even 1 year old. Can you just confirm, has Mrs. Bibas's body now been returned to Israel over a confusion over whose remains were sent back in the original coffin?
Well, the Hamas is a murderous, monstrous terrorist organization, and we knew it's very difficult to trust them from the start. There were many issues from the start of the ceasefire where they broke some of the rules, but that was just monstrous. I can't even describe,
Strangling two veins.
And everything that Israel.
And you have people in there putting fucking slogans on walls and painting pictures and this and that. Alright, there's ways to die in Palestine, which is absolutely unfortunate because there's kids there's war. But they strangled two fucking veins. I can't even imagine we're out there.